Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back. This is Force, and here today we will be checking out Victor Vran. This is an action RPG set in an 18th century dark fantasy world. It features classless gameplay, namely that the way your character plays depends on your equipment, ranging from special powers to the armor that you're using to the weapon that you're using is specifically, I guess, the biggest thing that decides what you can do. So depending on the equipment that you're using, it's gonna change up how the gameplay is. And it is a hack and slash. I'm using a ranged weapon right now, but when you're using a melee weapon, it plays very much like a Diablo style game, a hack and slash action RPG. But it's also got some sort of action combat stuff, like there's a little evasive dodge roll here, and then jumping to avoid AoE attacks on the ground, certain attacks from like boss monsters. Yeah, a few different things that you can do which sort of make it feel and play a little bit differently. Now you'll notice I'm playing on a controller. This is a PC title. It's actually available now on Steam's early access. I think it's for about 20 bucks. And it's going to be fully releasing, I believe, at some point in July. I don't know that they have a set date at the moment, but they are planning. They're shooting for a July release. So let me switch weapons. I start off here with the shotgun. The shotgun has a few different attacks. It's got the basic single target attack, which is my X here. And then it's got a multi-strike, which is the B, which will hit multiple enemies at once in like in a close vicinity. And then my Y is this strong single target attack. So I'm gonna switch up weapons. I've got a couple of different weapons I have access to. Let's switch to the sword here. Now swords are specifically, the sword weapons are about hitting multiple targets. So you can see like all of these. I notice I'm striking multiple targets with that here. That's my X ability, okay? And then I've got my Y, which will, I hit it and it's gonna knock back a target. And then my B is a daze ability. And then I believe swords also work with getting good crits and things like that. And then lastly, the third weapon that I have access to is this hammer here. And this is actually the one that I really like. It's the slow, heavy hitting weapon. So my X is this, you can see it's got a little bit of a wind up to it. That's my X. And then my Y here, I can charge it up to do more damage, and it's gonna smash on the ground and go boom, hitting multiple people. And then my B is this jump attack here, so go like that and just smash down. The B also applies a lifesteal buff, which is very, very nice because, you know, not only am I hitting super hard, but I'm going to be gaining back a ton of life, which is really cool. And I could show you, so I can charge this attack and charge this up and then slam it down. The longer I charge it up, the more slam I'm going to get, but that stupid guy moved out of the way. So yeah, we can like dodge stuff. We get incoming attacks. We can dodge like that. Again, we can jump over things. And in the tutorial, I'm only just past the tutorial right now, but in the tutorial, there were some different, I don't want to call them jumping puzzles, but they were just like, oh, there's a chest up high, so you've got to do like a wall jump, jumping off one wall to get to another wall for fun stuff there. So yeah, as I mentioned, the different equipment, you saw the different weapons, and also if we go into our inventory, you can see things like my armor, for example. Now, the current one that I have, the Wanderer's outfit, that's what I have equipped right now. I gain overdrive periodically over time, but attacks no longer grant overdrive. Whereas with my Hunter's outfit, which was the first bit of equipment that I started out with, has me gain overdrive whenever I take damage, and then along with attacks as well. So that's pretty neat. And then we have the weapons, as I showed you. And then lastly, there are these powers. Now you can notice the power that I currently have equipped is this meteor ability. No, excuse me, it uses the overdrive resource to allow me to cast a special ability. So I currently have meteor. I also, in my inventory here, have this berserker aura, which will give me a damage buff. But I want to start off with meteor just to show you. So left-hand side is my health. Right-hand side is my overdrive, and it's filled right now. So what I can do is I can hit left trigger and I can cast this meteor ability. And it's gonna go, oh, it's gonna throw a meteor down on the ground. And I want to get some of this lifesteal because I am injured a little bit. And that's going to give me some of that health back. And you can see it's slowly charging up. Again, that's because the equipment that I have makes that happen. Normally, it'll be charged up through attacks or from getting hit or whatever. But mine's just periodically going up over time. So kind of neat. I like that. We just killed a bunch of spider eggs. If you don't, oh, evil spiders come out of them, and that's no fun. So yeah, this game features jumping. As you'll notice, though, you can't just jump anywhere. They are fairly restrictive in terms of where you're able to go with that. But there will be, I expect there to be some sort of coming up here. Like I can like jump over this poison puddle, for example. I can dodge these attacks. It's a neat little system. So I was playing this game this afternoon. Like always, I get sent a multitude of different games from developers, and I was playing it, and at first I was like, this looks really like, hey, welcome back to the 90s. But I've actually found it, like, there's something sort of comforting about that. It's definitely got a not, like, state-of-the-art graphical fidelity, right? Like, everything looks fairly low res. There's not too much detail here in the environment. But it really does remind me of games I played when I was younger. And I'll say this, the gameplay seemed pretty smooth, and that's, I guess, the most important thing. Now, I hopped onto Steam and I took a look at the Steam reviews, and they were very positive. That's the phrasing. It was the user reviews were listed as very positive. Like, people have a very high opinion of this game. Now, to be fair, there was only oh boy, that's a heavy attack that I should have been dodging. There weren't a ton of reviews. It was like 150 or something, which you might say, well, of course, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's 150 user reviews, and there's games out there with thousands and thousands of user reviews. So not a ton of reviews, but people who have been playing it have said they've enjoyed it, and it's been the gameplay that I see people touting the most. And after spending about an hour with it before I started recording this video, I just basically went through the basic tutorial. Spent an hour with it, and I'll agree, like, the gameplay it's pretty fluid, it's pretty smooth. So you'll notice I'm playing on a controller. Again, it's available through Steam Early Access. Now, the main reason I'm playing on a controller is because when I launched the game, it had button icons front and center. So I said, all right, let me plug in my 360 controller. This is what I'll use. But after looking it up, you can play the game with mouse and keyboard. I believe it's going to be using WASD commands. You know, that's basically how the movement pattern is going to be. But I think from what I've played so far, it does appear as if the game is designed with a controller in mind, so you might just want to keep that in mind. Do look that up for yourself. I don't want to spread any misinformation here. It's a simple thing, like, I say, well, Forrest, why didn't you research everything about this game before you made the video? That's not really what I try to do with these videos. It's more like, hey, I'm trying this thing. I think it's neat. I want to show it to you. So let's just hop in and see what it's about. It's not going to be, this is an in-depth overview of everything you need to know about the game. That's not what you're getting here. It's more like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Why don't you check this out? Hence the name. And sometimes the checkout series is because I want to show you something that's really bad, but most of the time it's because I want to show you something that I think is at least interesting, if nothing else. I'm not saying this is the best action RPG ever, but I found it interesting, and maybe it's mostly just because I find it comforting, because it's so from I don't know what it is. I don't know. But yeah, we got the jumping thing, so you can jump over stuff. Evidently, though, as you can see here, you can't. Oh, you can jump over that. So I was gonna say you can't jump over everything. You can jump over that. I don't know what this shrine is. Oh, it's a heal shrine. Thank you. Now, we also have those health potions on the left-hand side of the UI there. You can see I've got 20 potions, and I just hit that. I just activate that by hitting the left directional pad on the gamepad here, on the 360 gamepad. And I'm just smashing these little frozen orb dudes. I don't even know why. What do I need to do here anyways? Let's go ahead and pop up our map. So this is every zone you go into, the world is segmented into these different areas, and in every zone, like, be it a dungeon or sort of an open zone like this, you have these objectives, and here it is on the left-hand side. I've got to use 10 demon powers. That's this thing right here. That's just casting that down. So see, I've done 6 of 10 now. I've got to slay spider eggs. I've got to slay all the spider nests in the labyrinth. I've got to slay the dreaded mage, one of those, and then slay the chess master. So I'm guessing those guys are somewhere towards the end of the map here or something. This is a Sepulchre of the Damned and Den of the... Oh, the Den of the Broodmother's over there.Maybe we should head on over in that direction. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and... Why don't we head on over in that? I'd like to go... Isn't that one of the things? The brood... No, it isn't. All right, well, whatever. I'm going to go to the Den of the Slen. I'm going to go to the Den of the Broodmother. Although I do believe that, actually, I think that might be just taking me to another zone. If that's the case, if it's going to zone me out, then we'll just stay in this zone and we'll complete these objectives. So let me try to think here. I talked about the powers. Again, this game is still in early access, although it is planning, as I mentioned, they are set to come out relatively soon. So although it's still early access and you could say it is an incomplete product, they are shooting for a July of this year launch. So yes, it is incomplete, but they are pretty near complete, you would assume, if they're planning to launch it very, very soon. Let's smash these eggs here. There we go. And oh, would you look at, what is this thing? What just happened? Is that from me completing an objective? Why is that totem on the ground? I guess so, huh? But it's just a neat thing. Like, look at this. This is kind of cool, isn't it? I know some people are going to say this looks stupid, but I think it's kind of cool, so. Just throw those meteors down on the ground. We're going to smash. And I like the extra dimension of the jumping. That's the other thing about this that sort of makes this feel a little bit different and interesting, is that we've got the jumping over hedges, rather than like were this Diablo, I'd have to be like, oh, well, I see something over there. Let me just walk all the way around until I find the entrance to the next area. You'll probably notice some glitching there, some visual glitching. I have noticed that quite a bit, fairly frequently with this game when it comes to being next to walls that lead into another section. That's happened a few times for me. All right, so yes, this is actually an entrance to another area. So if we pull back up the map again, all of these little things will actually bring me to another part of the game world. So I actually want to stay within this map that I am if I want to complete this objective. And then this, you can see this one is also barred by level, so I'm not a high enough level. So yes, you do level up, and the last time that I leveled up, what happened was I got one of these cards here, and you can see this, I picked the warrior. So there were 3 choices for me when I hit my first level, and it was the warrior for 5% more melee damage, and then I think the other options were 200 more health, or 5% more crit. So you can pick these destiny cards, and as you can see here, it looks like you have 2 equipment slots, and you know, depending on the cards that you pick and which ones you have active, it's going to change some passive buffs for you. Now, these over here, it does appear that, guys, I level up, I'm going to get another weapon slot, another potion slot, and then another demon power slot. So that'll let me have multiple of each. In fact, speaking of demon power, let's switch. So we've been playing with the meteor one. Let's switch it to the berserk aura, which will give me 50% more damage for myself and allies. And there's an important word there. This game has co-op as well, so you can basically do what you've seen me do so far. You can do it with other people, so it does have a co-op available to it. And then the hero also gains focus for 15 seconds, and then focus increases my critical strike chance by 20%, as you can see there. So let's equip that, and we're going to use this. We're going to use this berserker aura, so I can activate. Oh my goodness gracious, that is cool looking. Little swirly thing around here. Okay, that's neat. What is this? Why is everyone around me? How long does this last? This thing lasts a while. Holy guacamole. All right, let's go ahead and smash up. Oh yeah, blowing up the opposition. And again, the thing I really like about that B attack is that you do get the, oh, we still got that overdrive for us too, is that you do get that life steal. So it's gonna make it so that I don't have to use quite as many potions. So we wanna burst these spider eggs, otherwise we get a bunch more spiders spawning out of it. And if I'm playing well, which I'm not necessarily doing here. We just leveled up again, by the way. If I'm playing well, you know, I'm dodging all these attacks. I'm jumping over the AoE stuff on the ground. I'm doing all sorts of stuff like that. Let's big smash here, big smash. Get everybody around me. Plus that, and then get off that poison. All right, so we just leveled up here. So let's go ahead and hit. Let's jump over this here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, we get to choose a reward. Now we can choose between. Ooh, there's a new weapon type. I'm just gonna pick the hammer. I'm sorry, people are gonna be mad at me. Because people will want me to have tried the new weapon, and I understand, but I can't pass up that amazing hammer. And we have got, so what is this now? I have got 2 weapons. I've got a hammer and a hammer. How do I switch between them? Oh, right bumper. Ah, very nice, very nice. So this is my new one, I believe. Let's get rid of the other hammer, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna equip it. So let's equip this one into the first equip slot. So we've got our good hammer, and we can switch on the fly weapons. That is very nice. So now I've got 2 sets of attacks, as well as my berserk, so I can do the range. I can switch it at any time. It doesn't look like there's even a cooldown between it. Yeah, we can just switch on the fly. So this basically just makes the combat that much more complex right now, which I really, really like. We can just switch it up on the fly. And I think it'd be really neat to see what people will do with, so yeah, when my stuff's on cooldown, for example, I can switch it, and yes, that's awesome. My stuff continues to do the cooldown on the other weapon slot, so I can use my big cooldowns here like this, boom, and then I can switch it up while that other ability goes on, while that other ability finishes up its cooldown. That just makes, wow. I didn't even expect that, you know, I sort of just expected it, oh, this is just a basic combat game, you've got 3 abilities. But now to know that we've got that hot swap in that we can do here, that's very nice. So we can do our fast attacks here. Again, use these cooldowns. Oh, the spider's about to come out. There we go. Smash him down on the ground just like that. Excellent, excellent. I don't know where all these special dudes are, though, the brood mothers and the whatnot. Let's smash down here. Big damage. And they got a little few extra spiders. Uh-oh, here's this, looks like a special, this is a special enemy. Notice the skull there. Here's a chest, let's see what's inside. Got a secret. I got, oh, the rogue card. Okay, can I, yes, that's gonna pause the game. Let's go back into our inventory. And let's check here. Yeah, so what's the rogue one do? I actually don't know. 10% more critical damage, beautiful. So we got the rogue as well as the melee damage there. We got our 2 weapons rocking. Oh, this is pretty neat, guys. I think this is all right. I'll be very interested to see what the co-op is like. Like, for example, do they scale up the damage? Do they do what? Oh, I just got a new hammer, and that might just be an upgrade. Let's get myself some healing here. Smash on the ground. That's just a small smash. I probably could have done a better smash than that. I'm gonna keep up here because I've got my lifesteal right now. And let's switch the weapons here. Go like, boom! Shot to the face. Shot to the face. And we actually, right now, I'm gonna go like this. Smash this down. Yeah, I completed all the slaying of the spiders. I still haven't killed any of the boss things, though, which I wouldn't mind doing. I don't think that's a bad idea. You know? Check the boss things. Let me check my map here. Still need to do the dreaded mage, still need to slay the chess master. I've done everything else. I guess I need to use more hero power too, but well, let's go to the northern section of the map then, shall we? That sounds good to me. Let's switch up weapons here. Switch up weapons and then move back in. Let's just go back this way. We've killed all the spiders that we need to kill. So that doesn't really matter. It's more of these stupid orbs. I wonder if I could just kill them quickly with my gun here. I don't want to get the smasheroo. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's down over here. Let's check what's down this way. I'm guessing this is where the... Look at these scaredy spiders. Look at these scaredy spiders. Switch like this and go the AoE attack. Okay. The guns also, if you time your attacks properly, you get, I think it's like crit damage or something. You definitely get a bonus, I know that much. You get a nice little bonus. Smasheroo! And let's head north, because I'm assuming that the special stuff that I need... Oh, I forgot to check my other hammer. We had gotten a new hammer. This vicious hammer is not as good as the one we already... Oh no, here it is. Yeah, it's not as good. This is 48. The Hammer of the Wolf is definitely better. No, that's fine. I like having the range slash... Uh-oh. I like having the range slash melee option. I was about to switch to like a sword or something. We just picked up the Warrior, which I think that's just more melee damage over the crit that I currently have. But I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep it balanced. I don't even know if we could have 2 of the same anyways. Once more, not an expert review, not a, you know, a total summary of what the game is, just a, hey, this is neat, check it out. Give it a look. Hence the name of the frickin' series is Checkout. Alright, there's some gold over here, let's pick that up. We'll jump over this thing. So you can't just jump over everything, you can't like, wait, what? I thought you couldn't jump to your doom, am I wrong? Yeah, you can't jump to your doom. They're just letting you jump to these little side, to that little side section. I guess only on this side where the spider was. I don't know. But yeah, you can't jump to your doom or anything. That's actually slightly disappointing. Like, you might say, well, Force, why would you want to, you know? Why would you want to get wrecked or something? It's slightly disappointing because I think it would add, especially with the co-op part of this game, I think if you could die to stupid things, it sort of makes the game a little more interesting, and it makes for more silly moments. And silly moments, you know, if there's one thing that, I'll say Hearthstone, all right? If there's one thing that Hearthstone taught me, it's that silly moments can really add a lot to a game. And Hearthstone, because of its RNG, has a lot of silly moments, and for that reason, I think it's very funny. So whenever we discover a new enemy, you can see here to tell me to open my codex. You can open your codex and you'll see information about the different enemy types. Like, we can go like this, go into our codex, and that's how we first saw about the different weapons, but we can also see the different monsters and stuff. So here we've got 6 different spiders that we know about, and we've got a couple of undead. So we've only been, you know, this is the first post-tutorial level. So there's only like a few enemies that I know about right now. There could be many, many more beyond what you've seen here, and what I even know about, because I'm just sort of getting started with this. And I might actually, like, I'm having a good enough time with this that I might actually spend some more time, and we may come out with another video. I think it's possible. I really do. Honestly, I didn't even expect that when I started this video. I said, this seems all right. Let me show this to people. But now, as time goes on, as I learn about the weapon swapping, I'm not even using my powers like I should be. As I learn about the weapon swapping and all that opens up. So here, this is gonna take me out of this section if I were to do it. But I don't want to do that right now. We're gonna stay where we are and just sort of keep trucking along. And we don't have much more room. Yeah, there's only a few other places to see here. There's only a few other places, and we still have those bosses to fight. That little freaking pyromancer spinny thing. Still have a few more bosses. Yeah, but all right. Well, I don't know. We could probably cut the video now, I guess. I'll try to find a boss in this section over here. If we can't, though, we'll just cut it. But hey, this is kind of neat. That should be your takeaway from this video. This Victor Vran game, which I'll just say it now. I don't think I said it earlier. I don't like that name. I think it's kind of a stupid sounding name. I know it's a weird thing to be like, oh, well, why do you care about that? That's a stupid thing. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think it's a great name. Is this the boss? What is this? Is this dude the boss here? Oh my goodness, my health. Oh my goodness, my health. Let's smash it up. Come on, yeah. Oh yeah, there he is. There's the boss. We leveled up. That's one of the bosses that I had to defeat here. That makes me happy. Pick up a bunch of experience, and we also leveled up. We also picked up oh, let's check out the new weapon. We picked up a new weapon. We got a couple of things here. Gain armor and immunity to daze, interrupts, and pushes. Inflicts 500 damage. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's get the 500 damage then. So it looks like as you level up, you get bonuses. I got a card. I got a weapon. And now I got one of these potions, and this will be my second potion. It inflicts 500 damage to all nearby enemies. Now, I want to check out that new weapon here, that new weapon type. So let's go. Where is it? It's right here, and we're gonna equip that in our range slot. It has armor penetration. All right, so let's see what this weapon's all about. We'll check our weapon codex, and we'll go down to scythe. Okay, is a multi-purpose melee weapon. It attacks using soul shards. So the basic attack, 6 to 72 damage. Attacks the target a basic set of attacks that damage multiple enemies. Gain soul shard for each opponent hit, max of 10. Split timing. Time the rhythm of your attacks to lower the cooldown of your special attacks, and then soul shard. The Scythe Curse rip enemies soul hit, empowering the next spell. Okay, so I gain soul shards, which empower my upcoming special attacks. Then we've got Shockwave that does no damage, but send out a wave of force that inflicts a daze condition and doesn't deal any damage. The attack spends all soul shards. Daze duration is increased based on the number of soul shards, and then daze stunned, unable to attack. So the daze is a stun ability, not a daze. Okay. And then Whirlwind. Damages all nearby enemies near the hunter. You can move the Whirlwind via the movement buttons. This attack spends all soul shards. Duration of the Whirlwind increases based on the number of soul shards spent. Okay. All right, beautiful. So let's try that weapon out. Let's try that weapon out before we go, shall we? I'd like to see. So it's not a range. There's my Okay. All right. So the duration of the Whirlwind and the daze, aka stun, is altered based on the number of soul shards that I've got stacked up. Oh, here's the king dude. Wait, is this the other boss guy? Because he's like almost dead now. Can I even stun him? Yeah, I can. Okay. Oh no, that wasn't the boss guy. That's just a new type of enemy. I see. A couple of more things to go out. I mean, we might as well try to find that last, right? There's one more boss, the chess master. There's a chess master somewhere. I guess I could try to find him. I don't know. Let's stack up our soul shards. Let's dodge those heavy attacks there. I did not dodge that. And then we're gonna whirl one around. That's kind of fun. All right, well, I guess now we'll just wrap it up now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Today we checked out Victor Vran. Don't like the name. Combat seems all right. Graphics make me feel like I'm a kid again. Reminds me of the games that I played when I was young, but that's not everything. And I guess most importantly, I kind of want to keep playing. Like this is, I'm getting enjoyment out of this. That's what we'll say. Yeah, this has been enjoyable. Hope it's been enjoyable to watch. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.